Brit Hume is our senior political analyst, and he joins us now. Brit, I know some people call it exaggerating, but when does it go to the point where it's just a straight up lie?
Well, I think the thing we have to be concerned about, Lawrence, is that in politics and in the news media, there's always been a tendency to state things as dramatically as possible. It makes the charges against your opponents in politics more effective, people think, and it also makes a news story more interesting and compelling if you can state it in as dramatic terms as possible. And in normal times, that's sort of how things go, and there's nothing particular to worry about. These are not normal times, however. We're living in a particularly tense age. The country is deeply divided. We're in the midst of this pandemic. And what we need is people to calm down. The bitter divisions that we see in this country are exacerbated by this tendency to exaggerate and to do so grossly. I mean, Washington Post the other day had a headline about coronavirus, the Omicron outbreak in the Southeast, saying it's going to be a firestorm. Firestorms kill people. What we seem to know about Omicron so far is that it's not particularly deadly, if it's deadly at all. So that's the kind of overstatement I'm talking about. But it has a lot of people really frightened, tense, on edge. And of course, Donald Trump didn't help this with his wild claims about the theft of the 2020 election by voter fraud on Election Day. So this is the atmosphere we're living in. Benny Thompson of the January 6th committee saying we came critically close to losing our democracy. One of those sound bites that you played, same thing. We weren't close to losing our democracy. It was a cockamamie scheme by Trump that was bound to fail and did. So that's where we are, I think, and it's a problem in this age.
Brit, it's one thing if it was just one situation, but this seems to be a pattern of behavior. And if you allow me, I think it started with Russia. It was just complete misinformation. They took it as fact, used it to spy on a political campaign. Then you got them shutting down the country over misinformation. Then you got them with Rittenhouse. You got them with, oh, yeah, we were never for defund the police, and we've seen crime raging all across the country. Got sound bites for days of them saying they wanted to defund the police. The border is completely closed, yet we see people trotting around the border, dropping kids as if they're Amazon packages. I mean, it's just lie after lie after lie, and we're just supposed to just gloss over it.
Well, part of what's happening here, I think, Lawrence, as you suggest, is that a lot of things that get said may have a kernel of truth in them, but by the time they've been hyped to the extent that they've been hyped, they turn into falsehoods. I mean, look what's happening in Chicago with the teachers' unions right now. I suspect that a lot of those teachers out there sincerely believe that they're really in danger from the new Omicron wave. Well, the science doesn't support that. Public health authorities don't seem to support that, but they're imbued with this, and look what they're doing. Now, you can make the argument, as some have, that they're just trying to get out of work, and maybe many of them are. On the other hand, I think that people sincerely believe this because there's too damn much information, and a lot of it comes from political charges and media hype.
Yeah, and they don't care about the truth. Brit, you're old school guy. You've been there. You're a seasoned guy. You've been around the block a couple times or so. Is this new to you?
Well, the habit of exaggeration is not new. It's been part of politics and media for as long as I can remember. What's new is that it is happening in a moment of particular tension and division in the country and in the middle of this pandemic, which we badly needed to understand correctly from the start and to see in perspective from the start. And the consequence of not doing that has been all the damage that's now being acknowledged by public health authorities to children and to countless other people who were harmed by these heavy-handed and, it seems like in nearly all cases, unnecessary lockdowns, school closures, and the rest of it. That's what's worrisome to me.
Yeah, you're exactly right. The harm that is being done by all these lies that they're telling. Brit Hume, thanks so much for stopping by Primetime.
Thank you. Thank you, Lauren.